What is up, everybody? Hope you're not freezing your ass off in a nice, warm tropical area. So many shows about comics. I love it. What's up, Summoner? Summoner, and I love comic book shows too. Check out Doctor Strange. Was it? Yeah, Doctor Strange Life. Yeah.
Captain James Life.
Sorry. Captain Strange Life. It's one of those days. I deal with sinuses issues and stuff because it's freaking dry in my room, and it's also like cold as heck and dry outside. So yeah, my allergies and stuff have just been like sinus crap. Um, we also got Higgy Pop. You should check out too if you like a lot of stuff. A lot of these guys are recommended on my channel. If I don't have our channel recognitions on there, I'm not sure if they're hidden or whatever, but those guys are fun. Also check out Graphic Man, Dr. Silver Age. So, did you open DCK 3.0, man? No, I didn't buy it. I read it last week though, digitally. No, yeah, yeah. I'll just say this. So, I mean, it's that DCKO is like a temporary, like a high fix. Then after you realize what you read, it's like it's not really that worth the money to me. They brought back Emperor Joker. Cool. Don't really care. uh, probably the coolest thing out of the whole entire issue was the fact that we had some. I don't know how. I still don't know how this works. Science behind this, but Superman, who is susceptible to magic, gets magic powers, becomes a Shazam or another Captain Marvel, thanks to Billy. Gives him the blue suit and everything. And I was just like, what? How does that work? But yeah, so that was okay. But Comic Book Memories will be ending soon. They'll be doing a last show date to be announced. Oh, that's sad.
You didn't know about that?
No, I didn't watch last week. I didn't watch last week's.
Yeah, they talked about last week.
Yeah, I was sleeping.
I talked to Rod for 2 hours Sunday.
Health wise, or is it just they decided to want to do it anymore?
A little bit of everything.
Does that mean that you and I have to go live on Saturday mornings?
No, I have to work every Saturday.
Dang it. Well, hey, the only good thing about this is that it frees up Rod to make some music for this channel. Yeah. Alrighty though. Why can't I change this phone screen bullshit? Because you're only on the vertical thing. Go over to the normal one. I've said this multiple times. Go to the homepage for YouTube for me, for our channel. Click on the live tab, and you'll see two different ones. Go click the one that doesn't have the little phone in the front of the word. So that's why you can't change it, because it's a vertical stream. Yeah. Anyway, so it's not that many books out this week that I really want to talk. I mean, we'll go over them. I would go over them like do, but there's a lot of them that are just don't care. I read the recent, was it Nightwing from last week or whatever it was, and I love Dan Waters, but it was boring. I mean, absolutely boring. There was no action fighting in that whole entire issue. It was just, I mean, a lot of people were online were saying it's one of the weakest, I guess, books issues that they had so far. And the storyline just seems like, okay, there's a fifth dimension imp that he's fighting against. So he needs a Martian Manhunter to help him open a portal so he can go into the fifth dimension and confront this guy who's been snatching kids. I've read this story before. I watched it on the Winchesters, the Supernatural spinoff show. I've seen this before. A demon that kidnaps kids, lures them to what they promise it looks like a circus, brings them in, and then feeds on them. It was like, I don't know if that's where Dan Waters got the idea, or it was just happy coincidence, but it was a boring issue. And I don't know, maybe I'm just, the only I think it was Chuck Dixon was the one I was reading. That's the only Nightwing I've ever read. So when I hear about these Nightwing Prime and all this other weird stuff, I'm just not a fan of it. And then of course Barbara Gordon, is she Oracle? Is she Batgirl? What is she? But right now, I guess in the book, she's a supporting girlfriend. That's it. And then, of course, we're reminded that, hey, remember when Tom Taylor said that Dick Grayson has a sister? She was in that book too. So I want to love Nightwing. I want to read Nightwing, but the character was just written so boring, and maybe it's just the wrong fit for Dan Waters. But I would rather see Dan Water on a detective, which we just saw him with his it was it Dark Patterns? Yeah, yeah, it was really good. And yeah, so I don't know. Could have been a take on Pinocchio too. I wouldn't know. I haven't watched Pinocchio since I was 5. I couldn't tell you the story. I just remember there's a giant whale and that's it. I want to be a real boy. And then was it? There's a cricket that talked to him. Was his conscience? And something about a kid turning into a donkey. Yes, I love comics. He probably tell you exactly word for word what they said in each scene. I'm not a big Disney fan, but what else we got going on here in the chat here? Hello to Marania. I think I already said hello to Jay. What's up? Great seeing you here. Ola is the Wonder Woman salute. I don't know what that means. Ethereal Dragon, what's up, buddy? And what's up, the one slick dude? And Jim Sorensen. I think I've seen you on this channel before. Have you? Is he? I've never seen him in this chat. I had to see what channel I'm on first. Yeah. All right. Let's get into the books. Let's see what's coming out because, like I said, it's very slim pickings for me. I'm actually revisiting a book title that I dropped because that's how bad this week is. But alrighty, remove myself here. Sabrina, what book are you reading?
Shoot to Kill.
Ah, nice. All right, make this a little bigger for you guys. All right. So it's very slim pickings for me, maybe because of the fact that the titles that are out, like Spider-Man, X-Men, Nightwing, Captain America, and all stuff, Fantastic Four, are just mid books. Or just
before you start, go down to the Fantastic Forces. I know that won't be on your list.
That's right, North.
Yeah, pop on that cover.
That's Humberto Ramos.
Okay. It's hard to tell that it was him because there are no feet. There's no clown feet to give it away.
I'm pretty sure he does. No, it's not him. It's actually, but he's doing the interior art that I saw. It's Victor Olazaba.
Okay, because that's kind of a cool cover, but you know what I don't like?
Her face.
No. What happened? Last I checked, she's married, right? Or is he Reed Storm now in Marvel?
Yeah. I don't know, but like I said, I've been following Fantastic Four and stuff, but yeah, she's
no, it's that woman, girl, boss.
Well, now they're doing the whole hyphen bullshit. Susan Storm Richards,
of course.
Now, but yeah, her eyes are fucked up on this, so they're lopsided.
Yeah, they are.
I know her nose is turned a little slightly, but her eyes should not be lopsided. Like that's horrible. This is the Carmen Camaro cover. This is a much better cover. Look at that. Night and day difference. Joe Jusko variant. Leonardo Romero. Why isn't he doing interior art? Does it cost too much to hire him to do interior?
Who knows?
But look at that. The Mole Man. It looks perfect. Everything. course, Scotty Young variant. Scotty Young's doing a lot of different variants. I saw I Hate Fairyland this week. He's doing a variant of what's it called? Rockefeller's the sister. He has the fairy dressed up and has the eye just like the sister does in the one that's pursuing them. But alrighty then. All right. So going into my number one for this week is or not number one, but number 5. I'm looking forward to is Batman Superman World's Finest, number 47. I'm gonna jump into this kind of blind. I don't know what's going on, but it looks like we got Fusion versus Merger. The combined might of Batman and Superman faces off against the combined might of the Joker and Lex Luthor. And this knockdown, drag-out brawl, a conclusion to the merger. Someone is about to get their not-too-distant past kicked. So it's still Dan Moore under the cover. It looks like...
When did Mark Waid leave?
Well, that's associate editor Chris Rosa. Mark Waid's still here.
Oh, okay. I saw creators. And...
Yeah. But...
Wait a minute. Go down again to the creators again.
What's up?
Well, it's not much better, but
Tamara.
At least he looks a little bit more feminine.
Yeah, I know. So I love this Dan Moore on this cover. It's just to make him pop. This is very much looks like it's a 3D. You need glasses for this. I'm not a big fan of the merger, the fusion combined, because this is literally ripping off Dragon Ball Z, where they Goku and Vegeta would use these earrings to merge, become like a Gogeta. So now we have Batman and Superman are merged, and then Joker and Lex Luthor are merged together. Why? It's weird. World's Finest, Eric M. Gist variant. That's an ugly looking cargo. This is a cool cover. Do you see that? Ugh. Creepy looking Lex Luthor. And then the Chris Sprouse variant, which is okay. Batman's got a really long leg. I do not like this whatsoever. Why? This looks bad. The only thing missing is Batman having a big giant beer gut. Dumb. But yep, that's my number 5 this week. Alrighty then. Let me switch over to the other chat. Hold on here. All right. Sounds like first way of feminine values, not modern ideological feminism. Okay, other time of conversation. All right. Then we're gonna scroll all the way down to the very bottom to get to my number 4. Man, I could have sneezed right in the microphone. That would have been some great ASMR for you guys. Waking up. Oh, I've been sneezing. All that crap. All right. I'll go all the way down. To Archie's Valentine's Spectacular. This one is being penned by Jim Balent's wife, Holly Golightly, or Holly G. The official comic book of the Valentine's Day returns with a brand new story. Pop is a variant about A-pop is a vibrant world fueled by music and love. When Sabrina, Betty, Veronica, and Josie form a band managed by Archie to spread joy and compassion, they catch the eye of the dark spirit that's threatened their positivity. Can they rise above his dark influence? Find out in this fun K-pop Demon Hunter style story, along with even more romance-filled tales than ever. Yep. Still got Stephen Butler on there and his wife, Lily Butler, on there too. Glenn Whitmore, who looks like a Kiefer Sutherland clone. But so this is the cover for this one. Cover by Dan Parent. And then we got the Josh Burns, the 616 Comics. This is not your grandfather's Betty. Dang. And then here is there's the Veronica. Yeah, some nice pinup stuff. And then here is, I love this one, the Dan DeCarlo one. If I find this one, I would love to get it. Three's Company, I love that. Yeah, this is the best cover. Honestly, this is a lot better than the cover A. But alrighty though, we're gonna go into my number 3 then. Well, Summer, World's Finest. That's Silver Age, or at least it was. It has nothing. It's set in the past before of all the everything else. It's only a little like I almost want to say it's its own little continuity. I guess, Breen, right?
What?
World's Finest. Its own little continuity, little part of the.
No, it's all stuff that
like nods to the Silver Age, but it's not six.
Well, but it's part of the regular continuity because it crossed over with the Justice League recently.
It did, yeah. Well, that was, I know for the Nezza thing, the Demon Nezza, that was the first couple of issues, but we're on issue 47 now. If it crossed over again, but it's basically the past of the new current ongoing stuff. So whatever happens here sometimes will be affected in the future. But honestly, it's been a decent story though. It's kind of like Bob Haney, but with a little bit, I don't know, an updated version of Bob Haney, you would say? Kind of like humor with some action. Because it does feel like some absurdity, like the Brave and the Bold, those early ones. All right. My number 3 for this week, though, is Spider-Man 94, issue number 5, the final issue. Till the ends of the earth. I love that. It's the final battle between Spider-Man and Morlun, and you won't believe how it ends. Kraven, Kane, Mary Jane, it all comes crashing down. Plus, one of the most heartfelt endings you'll see all year. Writer J. M. DeMatteis, artist Jim Tao, and letterer Joe Caramanga. Nick Bradshaw does a cover for this one with Rachel Rosenberg. This has actually been a lot better than I thought it was going to be. The interior art could be a little bit better, but it's been decent. I still say you should have had the guy who actually penned the actual animated series. Should have involved him in this, but instead he said they snubbed him. Yep. Dan Jurgens variant here for number cover B, with the Hobgoblin. I love that this Hobgoblin was never Ned Leeds. It was some other guy that was dating Felicia Hardy. He ended up taking up the mantle. Also, we got Jurgens and Breeding in here. Brett Breeding. Cool. Then we got the John Tyler Christopher action figure variant. I love this. Got the J. Jonah Jameson. Yep, I love this redesign for those who didn't watch the cartoon series. The chameleon had a belt. He just pushed the belt and allowed him to look like another person. instead of having the design and put a mask on. Also, Scorpion was a lot more fun in this than he was in the comics. Look at that stinger, man! You get hit by that thing, you're dead. Oh, alrighty then. Somebody asking you, talking about the world's finest. I'd say you'd probably jump in if you. You may not understand what's going on, but I think the next issue will be a jumping on point for sure, because with this ending, a new story arc is going to start. But I would recommend, though, go back and read the originals. Go back to the very beginning if you can. There probably are some trades out there still. You can still find them. They're still in print in your local comic book store or online. You can find them. Yeah, and just start there, because I really enjoyed them. The reason I stopped reading Batman, Superman, and World's Finest is because of the fact I had too many books I was collecting at the time, and I just cut that one out because, well, I figured I'll binge read it the next time I come up to it if I want to buy it. All right, but my number 2 for this week, is Jeremy Adams' DCKL Green Lantern Galactic Slam. Why? Because it's Jeremy Adams. And 2, because it's a Kyle Rayner story. Kyle Rayner brings the cosmic reinforcements as the KO tournament rages on Earth. The cosmos holds its collective breath as our heroes of our planet fight for the survival of the very universe. But the cavalry is on the horizon. Kyle Rayner, in a bid to provide cover for his fellow Green Lanterns, has found himself pummeled across the galaxy and into the ring of a wrestling federation. Oh no! Oh dear heaven, no! Is Omega Bam Man about to enter the DCKO fray? Oh my God! It's gonna be a slobber knocker. Stone Cold. Entire cavalcade of brawlers is right behind him. Are there tables? Somebody get the tables! Yeah, I love this. Everybody gives Johnny Warren Johnson for praising for him doing the wrestling stuff. But I think Jeremy Adams is more the bigger fan. And he's also a nicer guy, too. 48 pages for $6. Not the biggest Kyle Rayner fan, but this actually makes sense because Kyle Rayner was doing a backup story along with Connor Kent in the Green Lantern story, but Hal Jordan, I guess, is off doing his own thing. And so we're going to get Kyle finding a full-fledged one-shot issue here.
You know, Kyle's about to take over Green Lantern too, didn't you?
Did not know that.
Yeah, right around the same time that Superboy is going to take over for Superman.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I okay. So I hope that Hal's not being killed off because of something.
No, just being set off into space.
Yeah.
But Wes did a good video about it. He said basically, DC's finally on top, and they're going to go back to 1994 and mess it all up.
Of course they are. I'm curious because I want to see what's going on with this Hal Jordan with his adventures. As far as him, the book Aloha, he's got premonitions. I want to see what's going on with that. But Green Lantern Galactic Slam, by cover B by Gilliam March. Here's the one thing. I was looking at Comixology or comics here. One of the comics I says who the fuck is Kyle Rayner? No one. Apparently, someone who was on here has no idea who Kyle Rayner is, because they only know Hal Jordan, and was it John and Guy Gardner apparently. Ethan Young variant. Well, here's the thing. Had it been, and if someone else was taking over and was writing Kyle Rayner, I probably wouldn't enjoy it as much. I think I'm going to enjoy it because of the fact it's Jeremy Adams. This is cool. Little video game. But kind of sad to see Hal going away. That means Carol's going away. Unless we're getting a New 52 where she's gonna hook up with Kyle. Ugh. But on the cover though, it looks like we got Blackfire on there, Corey's sister. I'm not sure who the other chick on the right is supposed to be. But all right though. See what happens with this. There's a list of extra people, cameos. Blackfire Knockout, that's what it is. We have Odyssey and Superboy also making a and yeah. We'll get White Lantern Kyle again. Ooh. Yeah. So, all right, let's see what happens with this. So, going to my number one book of the week, though. I like Kyle when he first showed up, but they screwed him up. His character and power set, much since the GL Rebirth, he's practically unrecognizable now. Kyle, I could tolerate him back in the day in the 90s, or at least when they showed him up. And I read a little bit, but even before Rebirth, I did not like Kyle in the New 52 because Robert Venditti had him basically fucking Carol, Ferris, and basically cucking Hal. It was a horrible thing.
Well, the problem with characters have been around forever. Did you know that the Human Torch was banging Medusa?
No, but that's gross.
Yeah, isn't it? Considering he was, the great love of his life was her sister.
Yep.
That's the problem. Is that even good writers can, have bad ideas.
I don't know. Here's the thing. I always give a benefit of doubt. Maybe it wasn't his idea. Maybe that was DC saying.
It doesn't matter because he still
wrote it though.
Yeah, executed it.
Yeah.
If you want good Kyle, Green Lantern 50 through the end of the Green Lantern series, which was issue 181, was excellent. As good a work as Ron Mars ever did, and his writing on Green Lantern was excellent. The dude from the Real World, what was the guy's name? Wrote Teen Titans. Oh, damn it. This is the problem. This is early onset fucking dementia.
Writer or character?
Writer. He wrote for DC for 15, 20 years. Wrote for Marvel.
Not Dixon.
Damn it. No, he's
Neil Adams?
No.
Denny O'Neil?
No. He was on the Real World, MTV.
Oh, Real World. I don't know any of that. The Miz. I know it's the Miz.
No, it's and his name just won't circle back into my head.
You Google.
No, I Google what? Guy on Real World that wrote comics, that probably would work, but
yeah.
But anyway, but then after that series was over, even as early as like 2006, when he became Ion, and it just wasn't. His character hasn't been written well in 20 years until recently. So if Jeremy Adams is still on the book, it will be good again.
Mariah's giving her list order. She says Hal, then John, then Guy, Kyle, Jessica, Baz. Mine is more of Hal, Jessica, then Guy, then John, Kyle, and Baz for me personally. Because when Jessica's written pretty good, she's actually a good character. But when she's written by somebody who doesn't understand the character, it turns into another feminist, piece of slop. Yeah, then the character sucks. But I also have never been a John Stewart fan. But
nobody. The big four, Hal, John, Guy, and Kyle.
Yeah.
Nobody else. I mean, like none of the Jessicas or Simons or any of those people. They don't have a handle to it.
I'm just saying that's my personal. Yeah. But anyway, though,
Judd Winnick. Jesus God, I could not think of that.
Judd Winnick.
Judd Winnick. Yeah,
I heard that name before. I just didn't know he was on
because he wrote for the. He was a big writer at DC. He wrote Teen Titans, Outsiders, Green Lantern. He wrote Exiles at Marvel.
Oh,
and then various other things. But he was a legit, because he put a gay character in Green Lantern, but he based it on real life experience, and he wasn't a stereotype. The kid fell in love with Kyle, and Kyle had to let him down. I mean, modern comics they'd have hooked up, but he was underage. But he handled it with he handled it very respectfully, and
Yep.
At the end when Kyle came back from space, he was remember Jade, his the green girl.
Yeah.
They were together for years, and he comes back from space and finds Jade in his bed with another dude.
Yeah.
And the result of that was some of the most excellent, no pun intended, real world comic book writing I've ever read.
All right. Number one book for tonight, though, is Redcoat number 16. The second part of the story where, Simon decided to, in 1909, get married and have kids. And he has not told his family that he's immortal. But of course, somebody comes back and ends up ruining it for him. 1909, part 2. Simon's immortal secret is about to be exposed, but the consequences will be as unexpected as the villainous threat to America. Desperate to unlock the truth behind his power, Simon seeks out one of the remaining founding fathers and is shocked by who he meets. I'm guessing it's going to be George Washington. It's 32 pages for $4, cardstock, wraparound cover. Brian Hitch on the art, Jeff Johns doing the writing. Okay, so, but I got a feeling he's going to run into George Washington. That's my guess. So, Tin Can Soldiers. I love this. The Hindenburg. So I love about time travel characters. You can have them anywhere at any point in time. And then we have the Raymond Gay variants. Raymond Gay is that guy who's actually doing I think he's doing this week's art on the Darkness with Mark Silvestri. Mark Silvestri is doing the Darkness 4-issue miniseries. I think it's going to be a 4-issue miniseries. And it seems like he's got a different artist on each issue. First one was Ed Benes. So
yeah, with all due respect to Mark Silvestri, if he was going to revive the Darkness, he should have done the art also.
I don't know why he didn't.
He was the artist on the original series.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic.
I thought Ed Benes did a really good job considering I've seen some of the older stuff that Mark did.
If Ed Benes had done all 4 issues.
Yeah.
But but even then, I'd rather see Ed Benes on something else and Silvestri do the art on his own thing. It's it's kind of like I said that was Darkness was what Mark Silvestri was known for once he went to Image. Top cow.
Yep. So, I don't know why they're even doing a 4-issue miniseries. I mean, Jackie's already been established inside the actual Witchblade ongoing that's on right now.
Because I don't think anybody cares about Darkness.
No. The people that did.
But they may have if it had been Silvestri art.
Sure.
For what for I don't understand it. Ed Benes is not thought of as a good artist. He's just not.
Like
I said, if you polled 100 comic book fans, said who was better, Humberto Ramos or Ed Benes, Ramos would win easily.
Which is really sucks because you look at Ed Benes on Birds of Prey.
Yeah. I don't get it. Like I said, I think he's better than Jim Lee. I was better than Jim Lee then.
But does he get his art done on time?
Never known it to be a problem for him. No.
Yeah.
Benes has a brother and a sister that also works in comics.
Really?
Yeah. Mariah Benes draws a lot like her brother.
Nice.
I don't know. I think Fred is the other one.
Yeah.
But you don't see much of them anymore. I don't know if they're still in the business or not.
Probably got pushed out. Remember, if you don't have the correct mindset, you're not allowed to do things. All right. RDV, bro, can you please show make Spider-Man covers? Why does Spidey have ankle bracelets? One of his wrists makes sense. Web shooters. I'm okay with that. Because Marvel's a shit book. That's why. Ankle bracelets. I don't know. I'm not reading that so but I'll show it off though. I'll go over there. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, he's got a little ankle wrist things. It's probably where he stores more of his web fluid around his ankles. I don't know. But it's basically just not the Goblin Slayers. Norman Osborn may be purged and then the sins, but that doesn't mean he can't still come back to haunt him. Hobgoblin wants Norman out of the Spider-Man game and life for good. And he's got a hyper lethal tech of an entire goblin slaying army at his disposal. What does Norman have? A Spider-Man or a woman or two who trust him as far as they can throw him. Joe Kelly is writing this with John Romita Jr. And John Romita Jr. did a cover. That's why I don't care for it. Yeah. I don't know. I think John Romita Jr. forgot that he was drawing feet. That's the only I can think of. Is it even Peter Parker? This could be freaking Ben Reilly for all we know. They've been doing that stupid Clone Saga bullshit again. They brought back Ben. Was that 2 years ago? Last year? Yeah. Yeah. That's the main cover. You look at the variant cover, it doesn't have that bullshit. Here's a Lee Romero 1 in 100 against the Juggernaut bitch. And there's Benjamin Sue. Clayton Crane. Gabriel Delato. Coffee Bean. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. I stopped looking at the Spider-Man books because every time I look at it, I just get more depressed. At first, I was getting pissed every time I saw it. Now I just get depressed. I just pass it up. Joe Kelly may be a decent writer, but Spider-Man's forever ruined. He's never coming back to being what he was. The best he's been in 30 years for me personally has probably been the Jonathan Hickman Ultimate Spider-Man for the kids.
The best in continuity Spider-Man of the last 20 years was the second half of Nick Spencer's run. But then Marvel had to throw a temper tantrum when he left and undo it all.
So, I remember Nick Spencer didn't have that great art on there.
Well, actually, he did. He had some good art there towards the end.
Yeah.
Remember, he undid Sin's Past, and he was going to undo one
more. That was good. Yeah.
But then Marvel hired what's his nuts and sabotaged it all by making the most unlikable Spider-Man run, disliked Spider-Man run maybe ever.
Yeah.
Zeb Wells, is that who it was?
Spider-Man versus Hawkman? No. I just on the cover is the Hobgoblin. Or at least a Hobgoblin enemy. The Hobgoblin's been handing out his tech, so he's got a Hobgoblin army.
Yeah.
Army now. So that's what it is. We got Captain America right now too. Is it? I think it's. I'm not sure who's writing it though, but I don't care though. Titans, there's one's coming out this week. We got Ultimate Black Panther, Spider-Man Wolverine #9. I thought that was a miniseries, but apparently it's still going. Exquisite Corpses, which Breen recommends. I was really enjoying that.
Past tense.
I don't do Raven voice.
What?
Oh, you're on your phone. Okay, that's why. Okay. I was gonna say, turn your phone if you have an iPhone, turn it on its side so you can get a little bigger photo. Um, Tim Seeley's doing a new Rogue series, which I was kind of shocked because, well, not really, but apparently, Rogue's past as a villain's come back, so she has to go seek out the aid of Mystique and her lesbian wife, Destiny, for help. Oh yeah, and Gambit's somewhere in the book. It's like just done with Marvel. Aliens versus Captain America #3 is out this week, so is Planet She-Hulk #3. I'm also on my phone, and to be honest, I prefer a chip for it and in my arm, more comfortable. You want wait, you want a chip in your arm? So you can just use your. Are you asking for the Starlink? What? Okay. I don't need all this cybernetic stuff. Okay, so Tim Steele's not. I lied. Tim Steele's not doing that. Tim Steele's doing the Psylocke Ninja. You remember how they made a big deal how they had to separate the characters? Well, not anymore. Tim Seeley's doing a throwback issue, I guess. For loads. Here. Betsy Braddock, Mutant X-Men Ninja. Flashback time when Psylocke was born in the Ultimate Kill Machine. That's what sacrifice did Betsy make to save the X-Men, and why did the Hand choose Psylocke to be their weapon? And what does it have to do with their former assassin Elektra? Writer Tim Seeley and artist Nico Leon from Marvel Rivals answer these questions in a lost story from the X-Men's past. And the best thing about this is the first comment. My letter to was published to the last Psylocke Cutters column, where I told them that as an Asian woman, Psylocke was a character that irked me for a long time, and how the whole white woman in an Asian woman's body felt extremely unwelcoming to readers like me. And then I thanked
them for, fuck off.
And then I thanked them for fixing it. And then they do this. I also love Alyssa Wong's version too. I love 150 likes. God. I want to buy this comic out of spite now.
I have to see me in everything. Buy a mirror, bitch.
Yeah, we got Dazzler, Colossus, Psy, Captain Braddock, Psylocke, obviously, Havoc, and I kind of want to buy this and then be like, best book ever. Always love Psylocke. Never keep them apart. Pablo Villalobos. Cover. 1/100. And then it's Stanley Archam variant. Uh, 125 by Nogi-san. Joseph Michael Linzer variants.
Unwelcoming to people like me.
Right.
My God, that Ainsley's roommate's a raging Limbaugh disciple compared to that one.
I know. 616's Elite Fan Yang, Cox Elite.
Actually, that character turned out to be not so bad.
Yeah, I said that character was Rob said the way he handled it, he pointed out that, hey, that's because there are differences doesn't mean we can't make a, be friends.
I loved Angela's speech. Kind of laying all that out, and what she said, before, right when they were leaving, and then what she said after that.
Yeah,
because like I said, instead of fixing what's wrong with you, you just blame everybody else. And God, that was spot on.
Right. Wow, there's a lot of freaking covers. This 15 covers, man.
Well, I'm guessing there's absolutely nothing between the covers.
Oh, probably not.
And I can tell you what else definitely won't be between the covers. Her in that outfit.
But oh my gosh, this whole entire this look a huge. Everyone else is liking the book, except for that one comment. It says, and then I thanked them for fixing it. I told them that I love Kwan-On and Betsy and their new roles and how I've been enjoying Wong's series. So yeah, the fact that Marvel staff read and put my letter to print and then decided to publish this, it feels like such a slap to the face.
Oh my God, they didn't change their publishing schedule to accommodate a blue-haired land whale.
They don't. Here's I'm gonna hate to break it to you, sweetie. They don't give two shits about you. They just want your money. And you know what? You're gonna continue buying their shit. This is you, whatever you're renting, but you're gonna go back and you're gonna say you keep buying this shit because you don't give really two shits. This is all for show. You vent and then you go buy it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Extremely unwelcoming to readers like me.
This is a level of respect that I've never seen before, and I feel immensely.
I'm so mad. I'm not going to pirate this at all.
I know. I wrote another letter to the X-Men office email to express my displeasure, even mentioned my letters column experience, and quoted the original letter I sent. I don't think that I'll do much, but hopefully it made someone uncomfortable, and I can imagine that everyone at Marvel is thrilled about this. So hopefully it can serve as evidence to push back against publication of future Asian Betsy stories. We need to hope that Tom Brevoort gets fired soon.
You know what? I'm not even make fun of that anymore. Anybody that is that obsessed with identity politics is just living a miserable life. So, yeah.
It just goes on. I'm so sorry for this. Sucks. Like the ass kissing. Oh, it feels. And then this guy says, well, this one person says, well, you have CB Akira-san Subliski being in charge of Marvel overall. That's why everything's going on like this. I'm bringing back Oriental. I don't care. Words you can't say anymore, I'm bringing them back. If that causes me to channel the tank, oh well.
What are you going to bring back? The term good Marvel comic?
I can't put the word good in front of Marvel.
Well, I want you're saying things you can't say anymore.
I mean, I think, well, fine. I will. I'll start saying, yeah, Marvel comics are great. If you've not read Marvel comics right now, you are doing yourself displeasure.
We need to get to the trades.
We are. I was just going to scroll real quickly, go to the bottom. All the books that are Marvel: Daredevil, Punisher, Devil's Trigger, number 3. It's basically Welcome Back, Frank ripoff by Jimmy Palmiotti. Ewing doing Mortal Thor, where evil Donald Blake is now basically took away the abilities of Thor's hammer. He's basically Sigurdsson, whatever he was. Remember when he lost his powers? What was he called?
Sigurd Jarlson.
Sigurd Jarlson.
He didn't lose his powers. That was after Odin did away with the Don Blake identity.
Well, right now he doesn't have his powers. He's back to being whatever it is, yeah. And Cobra's coming after him to kill him, and he's got his little hammer. Cordovalla's going in Catwoman, but I'm skipping that book because it's just been bad. It's just been ugh. Not offensively bad. It's just been boring. It's not worth the money. The Walking Dead Deluxe. It's out this week. That's number 129. They're getting close. They're really getting close to the end here, though. They're going to the Whisper War right now. We have all these new stuff. We got Wiccan and his husband have their own little thing. I Hate Fairyland is all coming well. I think Undead Quinn's been buying that too. Yeah. Then there's The Darkness 2, never coming out right now, and there's Witchblade. Witchblade had a little bit of wokeness in there in the later issues, but overall, it's still been an interesting story. I don't think it's worth the $3 though. I think it's actually $2.99. Actually, yeah, Let's see here. Then we have Power Rangers. Of course, we have two Turtles book out this week. We have Battle Nexus. So everybody loves like that kind of stuff, the battle stuff. All you DCKO people should be buying this Battle Nexus. It's the same damn thing. Then we have Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, the third volume crossover. And then we got some other stuff. The Last Starship, Star Trek. You know. And then there's all these new like reprintings. Apparently they're on the 10th printing of the Absolute Batman cover, #1. So, Speed Racer though, this looks pretty cool. This is Speed Racer Tales from the Road. This is not Mark Russell. Just telling the birth of basically of the kid who plays Speed Racer.
Mark Russell didn't write Speed Racer. He wrote the Racer X.
Oh, again, then even better.
Speed Racer.
Yeah.
Same guy that Space Ghost.
Oh. B. Claymore's got her own book, or guy, he can't remember what he was. Bloodland.
Goody.
Yeah, right. And then also, Superman 75 facsimile is out this week too. I said like it was just out in like 2019 or 20.
What's that?
The Death of Superman wasn't this like 3 years ago? They keep releasing that book over and over again. The Death of Superman.
Well, they release some facsimiles every year.
It just seems like that one's come back. It's the third time I've seen it.
They did the 30-year anniversary in 23.
Oh, okay, yeah. But it just seems like it's really released.
Oh, you're right. It was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
They had the new Jurgen story and everything.
Yep. Uncle Scrooge, the McDuck Journals, the Klondike Years, Fantagraphics. Those are worth the money. Even though it's $6, I'd rather pay for that. And then, of course, here's the other stuff that's going on here. But Defenders of the Earth, Dark Destiny #2. Civil War 6 facsimile. Astrobots #3, back issue this week is 164. Yeah, of course. VR Troopers, Power Rangers flipbook facsimile #5. And then Van Helsing's supposed to be coming out this week too, but that was last week as well. I don't think I'm ever going to see another Xenoscope book in shops until they get their publishing, their whole whoever does their shipping for them, because none of my stores can get a hold of them. Of course, Cryptology #7 is out this week, Breen.
I know. I stopped buying the magazines too.
I'll be picking this up because it's fantastic. Vampirella, Tomb of Dracula, Lost Boys, Bela Lugosi. And then, yeah, thanks.
I may get that. I haven't bought one in a while.
They're like $11, yeah. New discount. All right, let's go to trades. Oops, wrong thing. Here.
I will definitely be picking up something off of this. I'm going to have you tell me what it is.
I get there. There's actually Ripperverse books coming out too. Nice. All right. So we got Gotham by Gaslight, which is actually a really cool thing. If you've never read that series, $10 compact, you should pick that up. That's probably the best thing I've seen so far. I thought you're getting the Resurrection, man. That'd be kind of weird for you to do that.
You'll know.
No, I was going there before, and I was like,
Or not. You just went right past it.
Well, you're actually getting the Doom Patrol?
Yeah, it's the original series.
Okay.
It's 103 through 121 or 2 in the 3 showcase issues.
Yeah. There's also Young Justice coming out this week too as well.
And Joe asked me if I was getting that, and I said, when's that coming out? Today. Oh.
Yeah. This is what I actually put on the cover this week. Lauded as the greatest series of time, witnessed the historic ending to Arnold Drake and Bruno Premiani's landmark Doom Patrol saga, one of the only series to give readers a definitive finale and the actual deaths of its heroes. Then a decade later, one survivor of the original Doom Patrol remains. And from the ashes of the old and all different Doom Patrol will rise. Collects Doom Patrol 103 through 121, Showcase 94 through 96, and Stories from Superman Family 191 through 193. $40 for 566 pages. Let me guess. Beast Boy is the surviving member.
No, Robot Man.
I know.
Beast Boy wasn't with them when they got croaked.
That's how I was noticing. I didn't see him on there. Yeah.
Yeah, the last story, I think it was General Immortus and the woman had kidnapped a small city.
Small city?
Not many people, like maybe like 20 people, and wouldn't release them unless the Doom Patrol agreed to basically die. And they did. And, it's a comic book, so of course good guys are going to win. No, they didn't. That was, very innovative for its time.
So Superman Family, Showcase 96?
Yeah, when the Showcase started back up, that's what they started with, was Doom Patrol. Then 3 issues of Power Girl.
Yeah.
Then the anniversary edition, 3 Hawkmans, then OSS, and then it was supposed to be Deadman, but it got imploded.
Nice.
There's your useless trivia for the day.
Sweet. And there's Jerry Conway looking like a lesbian. After I see him. All right. All right, cool.
Scott Edelman looks like Adam Carolla's dad.
Oh, he does. And we don't talk about Bruno. What do we got here? Yeah, so the Justice League, or not Justice League, but Young Justice Omnibus. But I think I have I don't even need this. I have all the actual issues. I think I picked up all the issues for like $1 or something. Last year?
I remember that.
Yeah. So I don't really need this book. Nor do I need it to load. Come on, man. Stare into the light as it loads.
You're just showing all the blank variants.
Totally not Cyborg variants. All right. For those who don't know what this is, it's a thrilling conclusion of the Young Justice saga as DC's teen heroes face new battles and their own futures in this omnibus collection, headlined by Robin, Superboy, Impulse, and Wonder Girl. Young Justice was a team of the late 90s and early 2000s, helmed by the creative team of Peter David and Todd Knock. Can't find a better team than that.
Yeah.
The Young Justice series represented the bright, energetic fun of the era, and later inspired the hit animated series of the same name. The second omnibus collection completes the original run of Young Justice, featuring the crew's participation in the universe threatening our worlds at war, conflict, trips to outer space, and new Genesis, inter-team turmoil, and the final mission as a group in the Graduation Day crossover story. Well, we talked about that on the channel, Graduation Day. All right, this volume collects Young Justice 20 through 55, Spy Boy, Young Justice 1 through 3, Robin 101, Superboy 88, and number 91 and 99, Impulse 77 through 78, and 85 through 86, Young Justice Our Worlds at War number 1, Titans Young Justice Graduation Day 1 through 3, and Story from the JSA Secret Files number 1. 125 pages, or sorry, $125 for 1,296 pages. with a dust jacket cover. Alrighty. There you go. Although I would love to have you have the omnibuses more than have the individual issues, because I just like having them all collected in one spot. But I'm fine either way. Hey, look, Connor's got a cool costume on. Not a damn t-shirt and jeans. Take that, Zach.
Yeah.
Wow, there's so many characters on there. Is Lagoon Boy in there? I can't see him. Oh. Is that Kid Lobo?
Yeah.
There was a Kid Lobo.
Yeah.
Wow, this is great though. You got Stargirl in there too and everything. Freddie Freeman, Tara. It looks like some girl that's made of electricity, or is that Killer Frost? I can't tell. Huh. All right. So that's out this week. Spider-Man Wolverine, Volume 1, the Janus Directory trade. So if you missed that, there's a chance to catch up. I think it's Mark Guggenheim and Carrie Andrews. Then we have Green Lantern by Robert Venditti Omnibus, Volume 2, which probably does collect, well, it looks like this. That's not the Spectre version of him, is it? No, this is where that's 52. Is that the origin of the Young Justice? That is the original Young Justice. The other one was Teen Titans. You're thinking of that was from the '60s, Silver Age. Young Justice was a whole new cast, introducing Superboy, and then you had Bart Allen as the third Flash. It says, "Hi, Father. New gods have become convinced that the life equation can be accessed by combining the colors of the emotional spectrum. They're the rings of the universe's land corps. With your power, I become Captain Planet." I'm trying to hear that shit. Believing the ring bearers are too uninvolved to wield the power that they do not fully understand, High Father declares war on all who wield the ring. But what happens to Green Lantern Corps goes missing, and Hal is the universe's lone renegade. Green Lantern with one of the most powerful weapons in the universe, Green Lantern by Robert Venditti. On this volume 2 collects Green Lantern 35 through 52, Green Lantern Annual 3 through 4, Green Lantern Futures End, Green Lantern New Gods Godhead number 1, Green Lantern Corps 35 through 40, and then it also has Green Lantern Corps Futures End number 1, Green Lantern New Guardians 35 through 37, Red Lantern 35 through 7, and Sinestro 6 through 8. $100 for almost 1,000 pages. So you're actually getting some good writer. You get a good writer on there. You're getting I forgot who was the artist. Bernard Chang, Charles Soule has some story on there. Colin Bunn. Yeah. There you go. So. And then The Invisibles by Grant Morrison was out this week. X-Men Epic Collection, Bishop's Crossing. That's Jim Lee and Byrne, I think it is. Lee and Byrne. Yeah. Fabian Nicieza also has it, and Will Portacio, and Scott Lobdell. Then there's Ultimate X-Men Omnibus. Ed McGuinness, the direct variant. Vanishing Point trade is at $18. I get some weird stuff here. Absolute Promethea. King Kong the Great War. TMT, The Best of Collection, Volume 6. That's a shitty cover. Definitive Ism, Volume 1. $70. From the minds of Eric July. Yeah, and Cliff Richards and Sebastian Chang. Then we have a weird one called The Pirates, Volume 1, set for sale. Little kid story over at Mad Cave. And Action Cat. Yeah, so. And that's it. As I ask questions about is why are sometimes hardcovers cheaper than the paperbacks. I think the reason it is for some of them is because they know that a lot of people really do like the hardcovers, and they're more willing to pay a little bit more for the hardcovers than they are for the soft covers. So sometimes they'll make it like the deal. If they entice you, like giving you like a good deal on a hardcover, that's going to sell better than you would be trying to sell a soft cover. If that makes sense. So it's kind of like a mind manipulate or like a manipulation. I don't know. Brina, you got an answer for that?
What?
Why is that sometimes hardcovers are cheaper than the trade paperbacks? Isn't it supposed to be the other way around? Ask Summoner.
I've never known that to be the case, so I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. There's Adventure Time. I didn't buy it, but it's crazy. Oh. What's crazy if you've never read The Gotham by Gaslight by Brian Augustine and Mike Mignola, yeah, you should pick that up. I want to watch the movie, but I do know the ending of this book because I want to see how different it was from the actual movie, and this book is a lot more darker than that movie was. So it's really cool. Anyway, though, that's it. Let the commercial go through. Boom. All right. Alrighty then. Is there any questions, you guys, or books you saw you want me to check out? Let me know. I can get it ready to end this. I'm not missing a damn thing. Silver Age and Bronze is where it's at. No white woman in Asian's body. Gays, lesbians, trans characters. No wonder comic sales are suffering. That's Henry saying that.
Wow.
Honestly, that's how I felt for me personally when I stopped reading after 2015 or right around there. I quit. I didn't come back. I was out of hobby for 4 years, and just I realized and I saw everything they did with the all new, all different. Thor's unworthy, blah blah blah. Hulk's no longer Hulk. Clark and longer married to Lois, and I was just like, everything sucks right now. Why would I want to keep buying it?
Good to point out, when there was a white girl in an Asian body, that's when X-Men was great. It says now political correctness, you can't do that anymore. So that's.
Then they should put an Asian girl in a white girl's body. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Whatever. At this point, I really don't care anymore. These would complain all they want, and eventually, I think comics eventually will heal. It's just going to take a while.
I don't think so. I think they're actually selling better than they have the last couple of years, and I'm getting that from an actual store owner and not somebody with an agenda.
Yeah,
I think they've got enough of those loons now. They probably have to continuously replace them because the perpetually offended is always going to be offended by something.
Yeah,
but I don't think they're ever going to come back to anything close to like what I would buy again.
Right.
As far as the big two, there'll always be a couple here and there, but it's easier just not to mess with them at all. But I said I'm really looking forward to that Doom Patrol, provided they actually got one in to sell and not just for somebody ordering it because I didn't know it was coming out. So I may have to wait a week to get it, but
yeah. And hello to Nella Fisher that was over on Twitch. Sorry, I just saw your comment now. So we are live on Twitch and on YouTube. On YouTube, we're live on the vertical and horizontal, and also live on Twitch at Geeky Puppet Show. It's the same URL, no matter where you're at. But we are a YouTube-based channel here, so subscribe to everything over on YouTube. Fuck Twitch, because Twitch is always broken, and I don't get money from Twitch. So I'd rather do some more. YouTube is much more convenient if you're just gonna hang out and do stuff, and also keeping out. Twitch doesn't allow you to have videos saved up; it deletes them after a while. You have to be like a partner, which means you have to get do all this jump through the hoops just to get to all this level of followers, and then it's just like it's not worth it. And then I hear that they're not even paying out people the way they're supposed to be. And then, well, I'll say this: YouTube has its own issues, but at least YouTube allows me to store stuff, so for back videos. But all right, though. No, I guess we're gonna end over here. I don't know what the cover ranking is tonight, but I'll be there late because I'm gonna go eat dinner. So, well, we'll find out.
I'm hoping he sleeps through it.
Yeah, it's supposed to snow tonight. It said, I don't know if it's already started, but they're calling either from 1 to 3 or 2 to 5.
God, I just got to look at your, I looked up weather in Milwaukee. Friday, your high is a -6. Yeah. The lowest thing I've seen down here is 3. But it keeps getting a little lower every time I look. I got a feeling we're going to get about 5 below at some point.
Wind chill of -40.
Yeah, no thanks.
Right? I'll just put my beer out there in 2 seconds. It'll be frozen. Get freeze pops, anything you cold. This is the weather you put it outside, as long as it's not pressure, Is YouTube paying anything? I get money. Well, it goes Puppetine. It's just his channel. But no, we make more money through shorts and vertical live streams than we do through the normal live streams, they're not really pushing the YouTube stuff as far as the horizontal normal ones like you guys are probably watching right now on your TV or your computer. But if you leave comments down below, it should help them with that. But I do appreciate that we have 9 people watching all the way through. That's awesome. There's weeks where we had like 2 people watching, and it was crazy. But yeah, they really push the YouTube shorts because they're trying to compete with TikTok. At this point, I just want I want Elon Musk to buy TikTok, and we'll start doing TikTok reviews over there. All right. I'm glad I just moved here. 11 degrees is where I was. Oh, that's warm weather. It's so cold over here, Marania, that my thermometer does not tell me what the temperature is outside anymore. It said "fuck you." It's just cold. Everything has to be politically correct now. Change the past because we don't like it today. Flintstones, Bugs Bunny, too offensive. Edit history. Yeah, I hear you on that stuff, but that's the way it's going. But alrighty though. P.S. I love the shorts clipped from our recent stream. We are all Puppetine, or which one? I did 2. I did like 2 of them. The one where we're all like, I'm Puppetine. No, I'm Puppetine. The other one was the Iron Mater. Yeah, if you haven't checked that one out, trust he is just he's a fantastic. He's very talented. But alrighty though. I guess wrap it up here. Let me look quick though, check to make sure there's nothing scheduled. Oh, there is. Old Age Wonder Woman. So
he hasn't sent a link yet.
No, he probably just made the link now. I'm guessing that's what it was. Took a sweet time. All right, well, I'm gonna wrap it up here. And hop over to I Love Comics if you want us to hang around and look at old comic covers and fight over which ones are the best. And deal with a cranky old man who's on a 14-second delay. All right. We'll see you guys later. Have a good night.